Well, hello everybody. Hope you're all well and staying connected in some form or another. Um, yeah, it's really interesting out there, isn't it? So, uh, I was listening to something. Oh, by the way, no, I'm not at the Crystal Shrine. I am in my office slash project room. And as you can see, there's much to be done. Hey, Stacy. I think I'm going to call out everybody if I can see your name. I've got my nifty glasses near me. And so I went on an outing today because I had to get something done for my son. And here's what I'm hearing to talk about. One is obviously stay safe, only go out when you absolutely have to. Although I'm paying attention, even my son is paying attention, to the behaviors of people who have to go out for whatever reason. And the energy that they're carrying is that of, hi, sweetie. Thanks, Elena, for hopping on. The energy that I see people carrying is fear, which was, understandable. Nervousness, vulnerability, all those things, which again are very natural to have be part of your life right now. However, and it's a big however, when you carry that energy, when you carry any energy, you have to consider, what is it doing to the rest of me? What is it doing to my mind-body connection, right? Is it strengthening you, really, or is it making you more vulnerable? In my world, and in the world that I have been in for a very long time professionally, it weakens us, this kind of energy. I'm looking at people, are they smiling at each other? Nope. Are they grateful? I can't tell. Some of the younger ones who actually are working seem to be grateful. I was at a coffee shop, and there were two young ladies working. Actually, one out of them, so maybe 50%, one out of the two of them was grateful. She had a job that she was at for a good 6 hours, even though their hours were cut. And yeah, their tips are going to be cut. They still have a job. This is not the norm right now, right? So it was nice to see that one of them had the perspective of being grateful. So that concerns me, the lack of gratitude that I'm seeing out in public. Even just walking the dog, or, because now everybody's landlocked in their home, or on lockdown, and these animals are relying on us to take them out, right? Plus, people are not used to not having their routine to keep them busy. For myself, I'm finding that it's really hard to know what frickin' day it is. Forget the date, okay? What day is it? So, I've really decided for myself, and being guided to suggest it to everybody else, that you create some sort of routine or game plan, goal setting, all that sort of stuff that we typically do for our business. Why don't we do it just for our day in general, right? Happy faces, thank you. As you can see, my office slash project room is a bloody mess. It's where I vomit my busyness. And so I am systematically going through things, and some areas I'm cleaning, getting rid of stuff, reorganizing, and like the desk behind me is my area of creating and developing new things. So I'm doing a little bit of both because just cleaning is boring and I don't like doing it. So it's I don't know if you guys are finding it difficult as well to find follow through in your day. For example, so doing this is also why I don't do these sessions at my home office, because I got the dogs and I got the kids and I got the husband, I got the phone. So the follow through. So if I'm, paying attention to myself, if I'm doing laundry, do I leave it in the basket like I normally do for a little while, or do I put it away right away? There's all these little intricate habits which are very interesting to self-observe. And while this time is very financially scary and questionable, if you keep an open mind and you keep a positive tone, you'll stay healthier, which is ultimately the goal of what all this confinement is about, right? So pay attention. I know yesterday was St. Patty's Day, and I'm sure there was some partying to be had. However, we do want to pay attention to what we do nowadays as we are on lockdown to keep ourselves healthy versus help ourselves numb ourselves and get through it in maybe a not so healthy fashion. So I'm here to remind you that we're all in the same boat. I'm grateful that my kids are older, that I don't have to be their entertainment value. I did order some DVDs online that I've been wanting for probably 6 years. I figure now's as good a time as any, since delivery is the only system of receiving things these days, and they're comedy. So I got George Carlin special, and I purchased the Carol Burnett anniversary show. I love Carol Burnett. So in our family, we're looking at doing things to keep the laughter going, which is important, because laughter really helps the immune system. So see if you can stay a little more systematic in your day. Find projects that you want to do that you have lots of time for. And even if you have kids, this is a good time to teach them how to get some of this stuff done as well, because we get so crazy with our regular day and the schedules that we normally have. So now without them, we can change habits, which is a really great thing to do. We can change our lemming mentality of doing the same thing all the time and not enjoying it anyway, right? And I don't know about you, I'm actually finding that I'm not stress eating. Anybody else not stress eating? Like, not eating normal? And so I look at it as a practitioner of energy and a biohacker, and I look at it as there's going to be like this really big split between people who are self-medicating and stress eating and jonesing for the things that they normally use to bring their stress levels down, whether that's even, potato chips, for example, right? Whatever those products of self-nourishment are, they're not so easy to find right now. Or do you want to go out and are they really worth your health? And so the jonesing for the things that you used to use for comfort, and is because the change of energy is so dramatic right now. Is there less need to comfort? I don't know. It's it's a an interesting observation. It's obviously not done, so I am looking and listening to what that's all about. But definitely, let me know what you guys are doing in this realm of self-nourishment versus keeping yourself up and happy and afloat. I know our four-leggers are with us and definitely assist in that matter quite a bit. Playing with them more and whatnot. And I'm wondering if people are going to be able to or will take the time to notice the things that they have avoided, the things I have avoided because of time, right? So time now is going to be the greatest commodity more than ever, and what we do with it. And I know for myself, for the first, week or so, I kind of just sat on my ass and watched TV a lot. And it wasn't because I thought it was going to be over that quickly. It was really just because I was kind of feeling everybody else's stuff as an intuitive empath. That happens, and that may be why I'm not stress eating as much. I'm just not, people are just kind of chilling at home, and there isn't that hustle and bustle going on with cars and driving and anger and traffic. And oh my God, now is like the best time to take a drive. I think I got over to Culver City in like 25 minutes. It was amazing. So even if you don't get out of the car, you could at least go for a drive, right? Enjoy it. Somebody said that they hadn't experienced traffic as low as this since the 90s. Yows. So yeah. Then just be careful, watch the trucks, because there's a lot of delivery trucks and whatnots out there, so respect their space, because we need them more than ever right now, right? So that was I think that was my big question for the day, is are you observing what you do with this time? If you find that you slip into needing more interaction, Skype, everybody's got their smartphones and their iPhones and whatnot, so, stay connected. What is the term that they're using now? Social exclusion or something. It's not about that. It's about finding new ways to connect, finding more real ways of connecting, and follow through. If there's someone that you are thinking about, you have the time. Connect. It's a good thing. So if you have any questions about ways of staying healthy, please let me know. Contact me. If you're finding that your mind is slipping into a pit, let's get it out of there as fast as possible. It's funny, I was thinking today, just when I finally realized what date it was, that I was supposed to have my my group gathering, and there's so many people doing Zoom. I just have this sense that I don't want to crash the internet. I'm worried the internet's going to crash. No, funny. So silly. So when I reflect on these classes that I was going to do in person in Burbank, and then I went into a little bit of a funk before I actually put it up, I thought, well, maybe I'm feeling insecure, because I do sometimes, a lot of times, feel insecure about doing things out in group settings and whatnot. I don't have a lot of confidence. I have confidence in what I talk about, but in the gathering, that's a little bit of my button. And I'm like, yeah, maybe I will, maybe I won't. I just pushed myself to do it anyway. And funny enough, it was like right before. I think February was like my first one that I was supposed to do. And then this virus hit. So kind of interesting, retrospect. So yeah, I'm trying to think of what else. So things I've been doing to do creatively is I'm working on replicating a scent that I really, really love. want to make it my own, so I think they changed the formulation. I don't like the new one, so I'm trying to sort of replicate the last one. So that's kind of interesting. Getting my brain going. I'm watching a lot of YouTubes. Unfortunately, I am creating a lot of projects for myself, which I have to hold back on because look at my face. So I have to promise and keep a promise to myself to clean before I take on some of these bigger projects. I have some molding that I want to do and whatnot. So yeah, so the cool part about keeping your promises to yourself is it continues, as we discuss every week, it continues to build your self-confidence. And it's, easy to get distracted. And so this is a great time to build those muscles of focus. And, there's lots of quasi-information and lots of scary information, and when you're clear and centered, it's easier to discern A, which you choose to follow, and B, which ones feel the most valuable to you, regardless of where you sit on that fence of extreme, not extreme, medical versus natural, all that sort of stuff. When you are clear, you have the ability to make that discernment for yourself. I'm still doing a lot of remote work with people. I'm teaching my core connection, which seems to be very vital, and so I will likely do a video on that, and then enhance that in an either online course about how to do it, or in person, whichever one seems to work better. So yeah, it's time to reinvent a little bit and count your blessings. Find what you're grateful for. Find what you want to change. We always talk about change here. There's never a great time to make a change, especially if it's forced upon you. But at the same time, sometimes we need to be forced in order to make a change. So it's all good. We'll all do well. Keep yourself connected. Gain some self-pride with keeping your promise to yourself, whatever that might be, in creating the habits for your day or the week, etc. And hopefully I will be able to share with you some of my creations. And if you've created something, please share it here as well. This is an open, safe, supportive place. And if we can promote something that you're doing, we'll be happy to support each other that way. And so in the meantime, drink water a little bit all the time. The idea of rinsing your mouth out with salt water on a regular basis, even every hour, if you have interaction with people, is a really good idea. If you're out in public, whether you wear the mask or the gloves or whatever, please wear some glasses. Even if they're fake, non-prescription, wear glasses, because that helps protect some of the exchange particles that we share when we speak to each other from getting in your eyes. And ask for help. If you guys are really stuck in where you need to be and delivery, whatever reason, is not working for you, ask for help. This is a great time for neighbors and friends to support each other. Driving is not the problem. It's a very different concept here in LA. So ask for help. Exchange of what you have in your stockpile. Support each other that way. And if I can support you, let me know. I am here. And I guess I'll pull a card. This is a deck that I actually haven't even started yet. Same deck, but new. So let's see where we are. So why am I not at the crystal shrine? Well, because business is down, obviously, and I let them know that I was doing things remotely if they wanted. So we need all three. That's interesting. Okay. Ready? So we need all three. So first one that comes up is truth. Second one that comes up is transformation. And the third one is boundaries. Boundaries. So, if you want to instill some boundaries that are necessary for you right now, just do it politely, right? I was actually at a place when someone sneezed without covering. Really? Now? That's okay? I don't think it was malicious. I just think people have a habit and they just forget that they do that. So that's never a good idea. Certainly not now. And, the hard part, I think, for people with children, obviously, is that children still want to touch everything. And so you're going to have to walk around with hand sanitizers so that they can touch things. Lysol, disinfect, whatever, your home regularly. If you go from outside to inside, it's a lot of it's simple common sense stuff. If you're not sure what else you can use, if some products are missing and not available to you, let me know. There's lots of alternatives that I don't think people quite know about that can be just as effective, and so ask. Okay? I hope you have a great rest of your week and that you set up some routines for yourself. Please share what you're doing to keep yourself busy. I'm always interested in learning what people do, because my weird world is very different, I think. But it may not be. I just need to hear what other people do. So, take care of yourself. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. And from the heart of wellness, take care. Bye.